folks, David Martelli here. I'm going to take just a quick minute to show you the difference between our 17-inch roundabout and our 10-inch mini roundabout. As you can see right here, I have a sewing machine set up, so when you see this demonstration, this will make perfect sense to you. Now, I have the 17-inch roundabout in front of me because I want to show everybody how this is used in coordination with the sewing machine. Now, rest assured, each one of our roundabouts, our 17-inch roundabout and our 10-inch mini roundabout, both have a specific perfect place and time. Today we're going to concentrate on the 10-inch mini roundabout. So pretend for a moment that I am sitting here sewing. Now oftentimes when you're at your sewing machine, we all know that we have limited space. That's first and foremost. Secondly, when I'm done sewing and I want to square up my piece or I want to press, I want everybody to see this. I have to stop what I'm doing and then I have to go to the roundabout. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my hand down comfortably. Okay? Now, if I want to go to the very end and I reach as far as I can without leaving the proper ergonomic cutting position and the proper ergonomic sewing position all in one, I have to stop and readjust my body to get to the very end. Look how far away that puts me from my sewing machine. So now, each one of our roundabouts has the grids in there. It has our 45 and our 60. Those grids are very important. The reason why we have those grids, because when you stop sewing and you go to square, those grids give you the line. So what that allows you to do is turn the cutting mat at an angle towards you, but you're still perfectly straight when you're cutting. Now, just take a quick notice, my sewing machine when I'm sewing, and then my roundabout, and then my reach. So now, folks, I'm going to stop. I'm going to take my 17-inch roundabout off, and I'm going to go to my 10-inch mini roundabout. The first thing I want you to know that I can keep it far away from my sewing machine, right? Far enough away from my sewing machine that I can use this comfortably, okay? So I'm going to put my pressing pad to the side just for now. Notice I still can reach it with my opposite hand. So now I'm sewing, and any one of you that are watching this video has ever seen the proper sewing position. You always want to line your shoulder up close to that needle because what that allows you to do is use both hands, front, side, and back. But I'm going to take it a step further. Now that I have my 10-inch mini roundabout, I'm going to put out my hand where I'm sewing ergonomically right in front of my sewing machine. Now the only thing I'm going to do is on my chair that swivels, because everybody's chair swivels, so now watch what I do. The only thing I have to do is swivel my chair. Now, without moving from the proper sewing position, I'm just pivoting my body. Now watch, because both of our roundabouts have grids on them, I can now take my roundabout, which is square, turn it to where it's straight to me. So now when I'm squaring, I can use the grids of my line. And what that does, that allows my roundabout to work for me instead of me having to working around it. And it's the same thing with our rules and the rest of our products. So now watch this. So now I'm sewing, right? The only thing I've done is pivoted the chair. Now when I'm cut, I square, I turn, I square, I turn, I square. Everything is always in a perfect alignment, perfect cutting position, and perfect sewing position without having to readjust my body whatsoever. Now think about this. We've just got done making all of our cuts. Now we want to press our pieces. So if you watch the first part of this video, you can see my 17-inch roundabout comes way out here. So if I'm stopped when I'm sewing and I have to reach, I can't even press to the end, right? So now I can take my cutting surface off. I can put my pressing surface on. Once again, I'm sewing. I want everybody to see the proper cutting position. Shoulder lined up with that needle. Now I can take my iron and I'm able to press my blocks. But watch this. I don't have to reach. I don't have to stretch. Everything can be done right in front of me, always without ever leaving the perfect ergonomic cutting position. You're also going to notice on my 17-inch roundabout, when I'm sewing in my very limited area, I have to put it so close to my sewing machine that it actually hinders the sewing process. So this allows you to keep it the perfect distance away from your sewing machine, but at the same time, never leaving the perfect ergonomic position, whether I'm sewing, whether I'm cutting, or whether I'm pressing. So again, folks, there's a perfect place and time for each one of our roundabouts. But if it comes to traveling, if it comes to sewing with your friends, if it comes to cutting at guilds, retreats, or cruises, tight areas, or even if you're traveling, this allows you to have a much smaller surface, a much lighter roundabout, to even put in suitcases if you're flying. So the best way to go to all those things that I just mentioned is the 10-inch mini roundabout. The 10-inch mini roundabout comes in multiple pieces. You get the cutting top, which when you place it down, it locks to the table. You also get the pressing surface and the stainless steel aviation ball bearings in the base that allows you to use it comfortably in the perfect ergonomic position. If you want your 10-inch mini roundabout, go now to martellinotions.com.